And so yeah, I am very excited to have this car, and I did drive it. It was very nice. I was very, impressed. It was everything I thought it was going to be. So I could not be not mad. It did take quite a beating. I wouldn't say a beating like you'd see on like most people would do on YouTube, but definitely I do. Probably at least 20 to 30 foot jumps. They're not exactly the hugest like everybody else, but they're enough that if you land wrong, you could break something. And if your car's not strong enough, you will break something. Check my videos out. That's all I can tell you, and you can see that I use basically the jump spots to be able to see how good the cars perform compared to each other. So here we go. Already I feel better about this one, but we'll see, won't we? I only feel better because, I don't know why, just looking at it, looks like it even looks better. Alright, sorry about that, cat. If you guys can see that. Okay, we got the old tools and stuff. And which are handy because it seems to me like hexes and stuff, they tend to wear down. And over time, they just strip any screw because they're worn down. So then you have to buy new hexes. I think it's always good to have that Arrma does that because they have some really good hexes that are steel, black steel, and they don't really, you would think that they'd strip out a screw or something. They do not. They're very strong. Now I don't know how they're gonna work over time, but I do know that in between getting new hexes, because your hexes wore out or whatever, that you can use those and get by when you have to fix something, and they work great. So. It's good to have those, and as you can see, I have a lot of Arrma cars, so I have a lot of tools. And even if one did wear down, all I'd have to do is open up another package. Alright, so here's the remote, and I believe it's the EXB remote officially. So yeah, as you can see, they all have in common is a stud tug. I even put the same Badland tires on the Pirates 3 over there. Those were originally, no, I bought those. I thought they came off the store with the Pro line there. Actually, I bought those ones, and I'm just going to put them on my Italian, even though my Italian ready to run. I think it's pretty cool. I've seen it perform. It's pretty decent. It looks fun. And but I love Italian. I can't say that either. The ready to run version. Well, they both are. The original V5, well, I'm sorry they didn't make one. V4 is already pretty rugged. So to have it be an EXB, maybe a little bit overkill, maybe, but is that a bad thing? I don't think so, do you? Some point in time, you're gonna break something, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Hope you guys enjoy the video. Anyways, here. There it is. You guys see her? There she is, right there. And she looks great. And like I said, she's going to be one of my faves, especially if the ESC holds up. Now, I just can't believe that the ESC would go in every car, right? I guess we'll find out, won't we? Like I said, even if it does, I'll just end up having to get a Max 8 or something to throw in it. That really sucks, But still, it's a great car. It's an EXB, and I guess it would almost be a roller body, except for you paid for electronics. Falling over here. Alright, let's take a look inside. I try not to pull the rubber things. I know they work sometimes, but sometimes they just rip. Around these here, they tend to get kind of crappy and broken. And from when I drove it before, it drove like the 4S was, I can't remember. No, just like the 4S, it would not flip on 4S. But then again, of course, I only had the stock pinion in it. And it probably will if you took that off, or it will if you put bigger, thicker tires on. But on 6S, angry little machine. It's like the weight of it makes it dig into the dirt really well. And flip, if you really wanted to flip, you can. If you were to floor it off of a hill, it will probably flip like a bunch of times, obviously, very fast. So yeah, very nice. Just to go over it in case you want the specs or whatever. I'm not sure what does it say? It has a Spectrum servo in it, and it has the 150 amp Spectrum Firma ESC. And then we have the 2050. I'm sorry, the Spectrum 2050 kV, which is, I believe, is a good range. I mean, it just it's a good range for what they're trying to do here for this car. And it's the same as in the Corrales, the 2050 kV for the 6S. It's pretty decent to have it at that kV. I think so. And we have the 4mm banana connectors in case you go and change ESCs or motors or anything like that. Then we have, what is this, a 35mm fan needs to go on here. It doesn't need to, but because the heat sink will help too, but I imagine if you want your car at its best, you want to have a 35mm fan there. And again, this is Spectrum 2050 kV. What else? Here's the receiver box is right there. Hopefully when we turn her on, she's bound. We got IC5 connectors along with whatever plug. So as you can see, she's pretty good. I'm not sure about the pinion. However, if I recall, I just know I'll get it wrong, so I'm not even going to recall. And then we got the shocks, and I usually go with, 80 in the back, 60 in the front, because, when you go over rocks and stuff, you want your car to be able, if you put loose shock oil in it, it'll just go over it and keep going straight. However, thick will bump into it and make the car move. So when I'm steering and stuff, I like to have lighter shock fluid in the front, so that in case it doesn't bump and move the car. However, the back tires, it really doesn't matter if it's stiff or not, because usually the front tires just control everything. So as long as the front tires are going straight, usually the back tires are going to go straight too, unless it's something like majorly huge or at least bigger than what it obviously can handle, which is usually that big. So I don't know what else to say about this car other than it's got the red EXB shock towers, it's got the EXB braces. Something like this I'd probably throw 1 million weight or 2.5 million weight in it, because I like power and flipping. I like the power to the ground. There's the bottom. For some reason I really like this because I like the way it's written. The words aren't really like doing it for me, but the way it's written, I do like it. So yeah, there it is. And it's got an awesome bash bumper. I know that the one on the Creightons they're absolutely awesome. It'd be wise to put them on everything. I know another guy, I heard another guy on YouTube, he put one on the back. So when he drives,